Hi, it's Cheryl. Welcome to Homeridge Studio. Do you like lemon decor? I certainly do, and for today's video I have 3 craft ideas to share with you. So let's waste no time and get this party started. Number 1. This is a mason jar, and I'll show you what you need if you want to make this. I did pick this up at the Dollar Tree last fall. The dish towel is from the Dollar Tree. The rickrack, I believe that is. I know you can get that from the Dollar Tree. If not, I have the lemon slices. Those are from Amazon. They come in a package of lemon, orange, and lime slices. And I also have some flowers from the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to put this towel right on top of this wood, or not wood, it's like MDF piece. And I positioned it exactly how I wanted it, so the majority of the lemons are in the middle and not, off the side. I hope that makes sense. And I'm just going to take some Mod Podge and I'm going to run it up along the top there. I didn't remove the top of the mason jar because I liked that. And then I pulled the whole piece off by accident because it wasn't sticky yet. I also made sure that the sides and the top and the bottom of this towel are stitched, and I made sure that none of the stitching is on this jar piece. Then I put Mod Podge all over the bottom. I put a little bit more on the top there because I wanted it to stick really well. And then you gotta let it dry for a while. And how long, I don't know, maybe an hour. You can take a blow dryer to it also, or a heat gun. And then when it's dry, I just flipped it over and I took my rotary cutter and I'm removing the extra towel. And then now I'm taking a nail file. I find that this works really well. You can use a sander. They sell those at the Dollar Tree. I also have a finger sander, and I just sanded all the extra little fuzzies that towel left. And now my rotary cutter, I'm just going along the top of that. And I'm going to take the yellow rickrack and I'm just going to very slowly string it on the bottom of the lid of this jar. I'll just call it a jar. And because it's kind of curved, the lid is, if you go real slow, you can kind of maneuver it and give it that kind of, that very slight arch there. But if you just go right across, it's going to pull it tight. And I did leave about a half of an inch of the rickrack on both sides because I'm going to curl it around the back, or wrap it around the back I should say, and then just glue it. And just like that, gluing it down. There's my daughter's feet again. She likes to get her feet in my videos. If you watch my videos, sometimes I don't even realize she's in the camera. So I just leave them in there and then I show her, look, your feet are in here. I don't know, I think it's kind of cute sometimes. But anyway, I have this lemon ribbon and it is from the Dollar Tree, and I just make 2 circles with it and hot glue it so one is larger than the other. And I'm just putting it up there on the corner. I wanted to see if it was big enough. And now I'm making some tails, and I just cut off 2 more strips of that. And I usually place my things before I glue them just to make sure that they look right. I'm a little fussy sometimes, a little perfectionist. I don't know why. But yeah, so I'm just piecing this whole bowl together. As you can see, there's many different ways to make bows, but this is one that sometimes I use. Only because I wanted a smaller one and I wanted it more angled. And I have the magnolias from the Dollar Tree. You can put, if you make this, you can put any type of flower on there. I thought the magnolias made it pop because the center is yellow. And I have 2 of these plastic lemon slices, and I'm just going to glue them on the other corner. And that is it. This was super quick, super simple, and I think it's just a great wall hanging. And you can customize this. The Dollar Tree has many different kinds of towels. You don't necessarily have to use lemons. I think they have other like watermelon towels and stuff like that. I know they did last year anyway, but I think this turned out really, really great. And this is probably my favorite piece. Number 2, this is a lemon tree. Well, it's not really a lemon tree, but I'll call it a lemon tree. But I really like that. I thrifted, that wooden candle holder. It was kind of a little beat up. It was just plain candle holder. I believe I get this bag of lemons are 3 different sizes, small, medium, and large, from Amazon. I know you can get lemons from the Dollar Tree, but I think these are a little bit cheaper. I have the foam and the ribbon from the Dollar Tree. I have some leaves that were in my stash. And I have a bunch of this plastic greenery from the Dollar Tree. And the yellow as well. And then I have some celery chalk paint. And that's Waverly, and you get that at Walmart. And I'm going to paint this. I did clean the candlestick up. And then I'm just going to give it 2 good coats of the chalk paint here. And I used a sponge brush because you don't see the brush strokes. And then when that's dry, I just took the foam here and I just glued it right on top in the center. And now I'm taking my wire cutters and I'm just going to clip off all of these pieces here. So whenever you're working with florals, and I know you know this, but I always can't say this enough, don't use your scissors, you'll ruin them. My purple ones here that are above my hand there, I have cut some things other than paper and ribbon with them, and they don't work so well. I do need to get another pair of good scissors. So I always use my wire cutters. My wire cutters were like on clearance. They're cheap ones, but they get the job done. And I always clip off my florals first. So as you can see, I placed the greenery, one on one side, one on the other side, one on top, one on the bottom, just directly across from each other. And then now I'm going to take the yellow pieces and I'm going to fill them in the middle and some around the sides as well. And I don't remember how many stems I had, maybe 4, 2 of the yellow, 2 of the green, but I just kept on filling it as much as possible to hide the green foam underneath it. And you don't have to use the same ones. You can use different ones if you want different stems, as long as they're around the same color, the greens and the yellows. And anyway, a big thank you to all of my fabulous subscribers and supporters. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. And if you're not subscribed and you like budget-friendly crafts, thrift flips, decor, and so much more, come join my Home Ridge Studio family. It's easy and it's free, and you'll be notified every time I post a new video. Just tap the subscribe button and check all the bell notification that says all, and so you'll see all my videos and you won't miss a thing. And this is what helps my channel grow, as well as your likes and your comments, and I do like to hear from you, and I thank you. So as you can see, I am just filling this up Just sit back, take your time, fill it up, and see these little stem things here. After I clip them off, I save those. I have a ton of them. I have a big like plastic box full of them, and leaves and stuff like that that I don't use, but eventually I do use them. So you saw what I did. I clipped off a little piece of the wire, and then I put the leaves on it, and then I glued that, and then I glued a lemon right on it, and then you can pop it right into the foam. You can do that with flowers, you can mix up the leaves. Yeah, this is like the best thing. It was not my invention. I saw someone else do it, and I don't remember who it was, but I saw this a couple years ago, and I'm like, this was such a great idea. And so now I'm going to take that lemon ribbon, and again, that is from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to make kind of like a bow tie. Super simple. I don't want a really big ribbon on this. So I take the bow tie and I just tie it to scrunch it in the middle with some jute. And then I clip off the extra string there. And these little scissors from the Dollar Tree are pretty amazing. They're actually sharper than my purple ones there that used to be really sharp. But sometimes I have to use those, and they work really well. Plus, if you get a chance to pick those up, if you don't have them, they are really good for trimming and doing like fussy cutting, like cutting napkins or cutting little pieces out. Yeah, they're great. And so I just took the yellow gingham ribbon, and I just pointed the ends, clipped them into a point, and then crisscrossed them and glued them on there, and then glued the yellow ribbon on top. And this is what it looks like. And you guys, I love this piece. Let me know which one is your favorite. I have 3 of them, or 3 crafts that I'm sharing with you today. And isn't this so pretty? So here's the 3rd one and the final one. And this is a wall hanger, and this is super simple, totally customizable as well. So I have the wood round from the Dollar Tree. I have these napkins from I think it was Home Goods, and I pick up napkins from Home Goods, Marshalls, and TJ Maxx quite often. I have a very large stock of them. I might start bundling them and, I don't know, sell them on my website or something. But anyway, I have all this ribbon from the Dollar Tree. Those, I end up using the beads, not the flowers. I was going to use the flower, and then I went in another direction. But again, if you don't want to do ribbon, the Dollar Tree and let's see, what's the other store? There's a couple other stores. I know Walmart sells napkins, especially in their party section. Oh, Dollar General. Everybody has a Dollar General by them. And they have some great napkins there too. So, you know, if you don't want to do lemons, you can do something else. It's, like I said, totally customizable. So this was a 3-ply meaning there are 3 pieces to this. So there's the top, which is the design, which in this case is the lemon. And then there's another sheet, and then another sheet, and I just took I took tape, and I just pulled each ply off. So when it says 3 plies, that means there's 2 plain and then the top one. And then I put the Mod Podge on the, you guys probably know this because you've seen it a million times. Everybody does this now because it's an amazing idea. I don't know who came up with it, but I do this a lot. Put the Mod Podge on your wood piece, you let it dry, and then you put the napkin on top, and then you take that little heat press. You can use an iron with no steam, no water in it, and then you just press it out. And then again, I'm just kind of doing the same thing that I always do. Trimmed off the extra paper, and then took my my nail file, and I'm just filing off the extra. And when you do this, push down, don't pull it up, because if you didn't get some of that press down and it lifts on the end, if you go up, then it could tear the paper. So always go down, and if you missed a spot, you can always put the parchment paper on top of it, which protects your iron, by the way, and then you can press it again and it will reactivate the glue below it. It kind of makes it liquidy, gluey, and then when it cools, it presses the paper right into the wood. So now I'm just taking some pieces of this stem here that I had, and I'm just putting the ends together, and I'm going to tie it with a piece of jute. And you can use a pipe cleaner, you can use a zip tie. I just had this jute out. So the greenery again is from the Dollar Tree, and it's just green and yellow, as you can see. And then this is on top, so the holes where the hanger came out are on top. Make sure of that. And because it's such a big bunch, I had to weigh it down with something until the glue dried. And now I have this Farm Fresh piece here. I don't even know if the Dollar Tree sells these anymore. I've had them for a while, and I thought, I'm going to start using the stuff that I have, because I have an abundancy. And I owe you guys a tour of my craft room. But it's so messy right now, I don't want to show you just yet. But hopefully, by the end of summer, maybe I can do a quick video of that. So now I'm just making, as you can see, a simple shoelace bow out of this blue gingham that is from the Dollar Tree. And I wanted it to be a little bit longer, a little bit larger. And the reason I picked the blue gingham is because, as you can see, there are some blue like lines and squares below the lemon here, or below, within the lemon napkin. And I thought that would make the blue pop. And then I have this yellow ribbon. It has a little white polka dot in it, and I believe that is from Hobby Lobby. It wasn't very much. I think it was like $1 or something. And by the way, I have heard that Dollar Tree prices are going up again. I don't know. I haven't been there in the last couple weeks. Why, I don't know, because usually I'm there once or twice a week, but I haven't been there because probably I have an abundance of stuff. But anyway, you can get ribbon cheaper at Hobby Lobby now, especially when it's on sale. So if it's $1 or more at the Dollar Tree, go to Hobby Lobby if you have one by you, and go when it's on sale. And you can get it for, I think, 89 cents. I don't remember offhand. I haven't been to Hobby Lobby lately either. My goodness, I have to go out and shop some more for what, I don't know. And I was just angling the tips of the ribbon there. And as you can see, I put the yellow ribbon on top of the blue one, and then glued the orange slice on there, and then I painted the Farm Fresh. I started out with the moss chalk paint, and it just blended right in, so I used the celery, and that kind of blended in too. And then I took white, and then I antique wax, and I put it on top. Now in hindsight, I would have used a dark blue. I think that would have looked better, and it would have popped more. Or you can even just stain it a dark brown, or paint it a dark brown, and I think that would look really nice. And I'm just adding some more of these yellowy flowers that I've had in my stash forever, and those are also from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to take that hanger that I removed, and I'm going to pop, I think I put 6 beads on this, and that's from the flower garland that I showed you at the beginning of this project. And I just popped that right back on, the same hanger that was on there originally. And I thought it needed a little something more, so I just had a bunch of flowers sitting on my counter here. I craft in my kitchen. I have a craft room upstairs that's just quite the mess. I kind of share it with my daughter, who is a plant and succulent collector, so she has part of the room in there, and it's quite the mess right now. There's even dirt on the carpet from her plants knocking over or spilling over. But anyway, I don't know why I'm rambling on. Oh, I was going to tell you. So I craft in my kitchen and not in my craft room yet. Eventually I want to do that. But here's what it looks like, and I'm really happy with how this turned out. So again, let me know which one is your favorite one. I'm totally curious. I always ask this question because it helps me get to know what you like, so I can try to put things together that you like. And anyway, I thank you for watching my video. I hope that you enjoyed this and I've inspired you. And like I always say, I will be back real soon. And until then, have a blessed day. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel.